Ah, amazing people. What's going on, you amazing people? I've been procrastinating like a motherfucker. I guess the word is procrastination. To be honest, that would be an egoic statement of self-pity, poor me, and limiting self-beliefs that continually, perpetually feeds the evil that keeps you in a state of hibernation, and you're an easy target to leech off. The truth is fear. And fear, as we all know, and as I teach and preach, isn't real. And fear is evil. It's just evil. Same as hate and fear are byproducts of evil, and evil is a byproduct of the lack of self-love. And the lack of self-love is a byproduct of disconnection from source energy. Could be God, could be universe, could be your soul, your higher self, but it is all disconnection. And it's crazy that even I deal with this perplexing issue and not proclaiming myself as being above or less. There is this human condition that all life forms, no matter the origin that inhabits this human form, this human vessel, all has the same journey. Doesn't matter our origin. No. But we all have the same internal journey to take with this external human form. And those two things are the amnesia, which is the biggest pain in the ass. Because imagine if you're an advanced life, if you're an old soul, but you can't remember all the divinity and all the wisdom and enlightenment that you know, that you are the wisdom of experience. It's amnesia. And as all my fellow brothers and sisters of the light, you could say, that make this transition to this form and do this work, we all suffer. We all suffer from the hand of evil, and the pain we have of remembering who and what we were. I guess that could be incorrect, because if we're still existing, then that's what we are. We are not self-identified by anything materialistic, anything that is made of matter. Our self-identity is all that matters. Thus, our self-identity is of our higher self. It's of our divine, our divinity, our soul, whatever you want to God, particle, I like to call it. And in this state, my friends, in this beautiful, beautiful pain in the ass state, we suffer. Because we are amazing. We are amazing. And then we are confined to the shackles of the human form without the memory to... And what happens is it's like you have this instinct, this internal instinct, this pull, this push, this guidance, this flow, this... You are not the same. You are not like everyone else. You are born free. You are born, as they say, outside of the matrix. The worst thing that happens is we cut off our wings. We cut ourselves off from divinity and all source information that may entail us the wisdom and enlightenment that we are, so that we may no longer suffer. It's like being a fish out of water, but you can't die because you're fucking immortal, but then you're just flopping around like a bloody idiot, unable to die, suffering. And what's that quote from someone? I can't remember. It's to do with a tree. Something like, if you are born a tree, but you can't, but everyone wants you to be a bloody fish, then you're always going to suffer because you can't be that which you're not. And the crazy part of it is you are so much, I'm not going to say better, but you're fitter. You're more capable, more advanced, more evolved. Just as anybody can evolve in anything, can go through the 4 stages of learning from unconscious incompetence to unconscious competence. Is that it? Yeah, so welcome to Spiritual Sunday. I guess this could be my first sermon, And the long-winded thing of this whole teaching, the whole point of it all is I love you, okay? I don't hate you. And you need to come to that place where that you can say that to another and not be lying. Now, I'm doing the backwards entry to this one because a lot of people can't handle the straightforward truth that you need to love yourself. You need to stop hating yourself. And until you stop hating yourself, you can never love yourself. And until you love yourself, you can never stop hating yourself. See, hate is the byproduct of evil, remember? And evil is the absence of love. Just as there is no such thing as darkness, there's only the absence of light, because darkness can't create anything. Do you understand? And there is no absence of darkness, but there is a cause and effect in the duality of the absence of light. It's just a way to explain this to you people. And that actually comes from evil. Good and evil. That there is no such thing as evil. There's only people not being good. And evil only persists when good people stand idly by. You know what I mean? Like there's no such thing as, cold. There's only the absence of hot. Because if there is heat, then there is no way that cold can ever defeat heat, no matter how intense. In a way to explain it. See, what you got to understand is we're trying to use primitive terminology of a human language that you all fucking are confused and muddled about with all these different languages and terminologies and phrases and meanings, and then there's meanings upon meanings, and all those meanings go through the delusion of the brain, and the brain is all limited and primitive, and it's all jarred up, fucked up from previous experiences and painful experiences, and it's confined and enslaved by hate, fear, and evil. So everything that goes in doesn't really matter what the fuck goes in. It just gets distorted, and it's like fucking the news. It's the media. Whatever happens, it's going to get distorted as negativity because negativity sells, and drama and blah, 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 because they're feeding off the human's ego of wanting more drama and more problems and more stress, and that's the evil junkie within that's enslaved you, that's just it's leeching off you, man. Well done. And that's it. Being healthy doesn't taste good. Positive words are boring. I can't go exercise. No, I prefer to sit on my ass and just consume junk food and self-harm and poison in every terminology and conceivable concept of that reality of unhealthy existence, of consumption, of gluttonousness. You junkie, I just need my next fix and my next hit, whether it's sitting down and doing nothing to validate my low life consistent belief systems that I'm a low-life loser so that I can never amount to anything, so that evil can continue to perpetually propel me into a fucking hell. You know what I mean? You're never going to break free if you're never going to be free. And if you're ever free, then evil can't win, and then it dies, and then it's going to what? Lose? Come on, people. There's a reason why you suck at everything that is valuable. There's a reason why you can't literally do anything of meaning. That's why you're useless. That's why everything that you desire, like a fucking crack addict, is negative. You're self-harming and harming to others and all other life forms. That's why it's all materialistic. It's all of matter. See, nothing of matter actually matters. Just get that through your head in this very fine moment, that anything of matter doesn't matter. Not even this. Isn't that weird? So I just want you to understand this. Humanity, I profoundly put this on you. Okay? Before your mind tries to put you in a position of retaliation and validating your belief systems, know that everything you know, you don't know. Everything you know, what you were told. You didn't do anything. You didn't create anything. It's not your invention. It's not your enlightenment. It's not your theories or philosophies. None of it. It's none of it. You literally just swallowed the same fucking pill that everyone else swallowed. Now, before your super brain tries to go and take you away from the light, because it cannot handle consciousness, would you be able to sit here and just be in peace? No. Can't listen to understand. You ever notice that? If you master the ability to listen to understand, I take my hat off to you. I put a hat on and then I'll take it off. Because I want to tell you this. Everything, as we said, everything you know, you don't know, you were told. Okay? Now, everything's a molecule, everything's an atom, and everything is vibrating at a frequency, and that's all science. Okay? We are made up of the same things, like, as they put us, we're stardust. Literally. You should check that out. It's a theory. But, watch this. And this is what I want you to understand. That this is made up of atoms, and molecules, everything. Just keep it simple. It's made up of stuff. The same stuff we're made up of. This thing is made up of this very same stuff. Ironic how this thing is metal, this thing's wood, this thing's flesh, that thing's plastic. But it's all made up of the same shit. Okay? And it's all moving. Nothing is solid. And everything we touch, we don't actually touch. Everything we feel, we don't actually feel. There's an energy layer, even with your own self, that you'll never actually touch anything ever. But here's the thing. Even water is the same stuff. No one on earth can tell you why this can't move through that. And ironically, that makes a noise. Just think about that for 1 second. No one in your history of humanity can explain why my finger doesn't go through that. When, by all accounts, it should. And it's crazy to think that the water in this bottle, you don't actually go through, it goes around you. You never break water. It goes around you, it parts, it never separates. And I press this upon you to understand that everything you know, you don't fucking know. And everything that you think you know, you don't fucking know. It's all information based on other people's theories. And a lot of this shit is from people dead a really long time. And you believe it until it's proven otherwise. But we put this out there. You might have a interjection saying, hey, if I can't see it and feel it, it's not real. You can't see the wind. You can't see the air. Ever. But you can see what the wind and the air does. You can see it move stuff. You can see when it's not there, well, shit dies. There's no air. But it's there. Can't see the energy. The atom, it's all there. You're here. And we say this to you because we want you to understand that it's like art, as I'm sitting here drawing. Art's never wrong. It's one of the most beautiful forms of self-experience and exploration and self-reflection, self-healing. You have the ability to create. You have the ability to master atoms and form. And like you might say, oh yeah, but we have this ability of creation. We have the ability to have children. Well, you know, yeah, you could say that. But we need you to understand that having the ability to see in your mind something, to listen to something that isn't there, call your name and ask you to make it real. Ask you to create it. And then having the ability to not only listen to understand what it's saying to you, but then have the ability to do it. That's some special shit right there. And I need this to be an understanding between us. That this enlightenment, this conscious evolution, it's a must. It's your purpose. It's why you're here. Nothing exists until you do that. And that's what this whole metaverse low-life, evil bullshit is. It's all the people that can't do it, that hate their lives because they're a slave. So they try to alter reality to live in a reality that they're not a slave. They know they're a slave. They hate themselves. They're suffering. They're the little bitch of evil. And you're sitting there creating evil. Because all evil wants to do is be a real boy. And you're a slave to it. That's why all the unhealthy, negative things, you cannot help yourself but to do. But all the valuable, healthy, positive things, you can't do. Find that ironic? I don't. We don't. We just No shit, Sherlock. It's slavery when you can't do the thing you want to do when you want to do it, and you can't not do the thing that you don't want to do when you don't want to do it. That's slavery. Let's point this out in a very simple terminology. Let's use health and fitness for example. If you want to live a healthy, happy life, if you want to live a life of value, of worth, of any substantial existence, you have to realize that health and fitness of the mind, body, and soul dynamic is a must. And only unhealthy people can't do that. Only slaves can't do that. Only the evil can't do that. Because guess what happens when you're unhealthy? You profit evil. Evil has an easier time enslaving you, keeping you under control. You enslave yourself. How fucked up is that? You punish yourself. How fucked up is that? You're so conditioned that you will do it for it. It's disappointing. It really is. But it's an integral, essential part of your evolution. But guess what, my beautiful, beautiful people? It's do or die time. You've had hundreds of thousands of years to figure this out, and you've failed hundreds of thousands of years consecutively. It doesn't matter if your prayers are answered. It doesn't matter if we grace your existence. It doesn't matter what fucking form God takes. Still don't do it. It's just like you say to everyone, anyone unhealthy, negative, violent, just a low life. We'll just use health because it's such a understandable thing, because a lot of people don't understand anything above that. They're not capable of having the mental maturity to have a conversation about mental maturity. And of course, if you have no comprehension of the mental maturity or your behavior and live in a delusional state of grandeur, fucking bipolar, schizophrenic, wrecked brain, destroying your body, destroying your brain, wasting your existence, and how the fuck are we going to expect you to even 1% be able to even listen to understand, to comprehend, and let alone fucking repeat anything to do with divinity, soul, light, anything else? It's impossible. We're not idiots. We're just like, chuck a toddler in a bloody semi-trailer and say drive. First, the toddler doesn't communicate in the same way you communicate. It doesn't understand the language, doesn't understand what those things mean. Foot. Yes, foot. Then you first need to explain to the toddler that it has a foot. And that thing is a foot. And then you've got to teach the toddler how to use the foot. See how much we have to go through? There is so much information. There is so much divine enlightenment that we cannot convey to you because you're too primitive and unevolved. It's like, so frustrating. So frustrating because there is so much beauty to be unveiled to you. So much beauty inside of you that you can't see because you're full of darkness. You cut yourself off from light. Just love yourself. Because the reason that you're not, and you don't, you can't, that reason isn't real. Okay? It's the same thing of why nobody, doesn't matter the smartest brains in human history, can't tell you why you don't go through things and things don't go through you. It's not real. There's so much here that you need to see, but you're blind to it. You're looking at things, but you're like, there's nothing there, but you can't see them. You put on your blinders, you lock yourself away into this secluded place of just hate. You label things. And the moment you do, they disappear. It's one of the worst things you've ever learnt. It's labeling, branding. You miss the beauty. You miss it. It's a life form. Existing. It's there to teach you. It's there to comfort you. It's there to love you. You're there to comfort and teach and love it. And it could be a tree. It's one of the most divine things on this beautiful planet is trees. Selflessly keeping you alive. Keeping all other life forms alive. And you must understand this, people. You are not at the top of the food chain of anything. You are the most primitive fucking part of the food chain. That's the most disgusting part of your entire complex of delusional state of grandeur, is the fact that you are not. You are not. You have never been, and you will never be. You are not over, above, better than anything else, and nothing is better or less than thy. Life is as precious as any other, no matter its label, its name. And it's truly saddening that we must waste our lives, waste our time to save all life form from your primitive, destructive slavery and murder, rape, torture. It's disappointing. You don't get it. Like, you're so amazing. But then you hear that a little voice in your head does two things. You're not amazing. You're a fucking worthless piece of shit. You'll never be good enough. There's the poor me flip of the coin of the evil ego. And then you have the other. Yeah, that's right, I'm the best. Top of the food chain, mate. Oh, fucking everything's a dog. Dog's worthless. I fucking kill dogs. The inability to have compassion for oneself, love for oneself, is vastly projected on the way that one treats another and all others. See, you cannot love another until you love yourself. And I'll explain this through the pen theory. I have a pen. No, I don't have a pen. I dropped my pen. So, luckily we have got more. Okay. This is the best way I can explain it to you. The pen theory. I have a pen. I give you the pen. I no longer have a pen. But if I'm the source of pens, let's just use this beautiful thing. I'm a pen dispensary, okay? Just bear with me. Infinite abundance of pens. I am the creator of pens. I'm the god of pen creation. Okay? So, thus I am, I love myself, because I am the source of love, the creator of love. Okay? So thus, I have a lot of pens. But here, Frank doesn't love Frank's self. Frank is cut off from source love. So, Frank has no love to give. See, he has no pens. I have all the pens. I keep just creating like, it overflows. It overflows. I might not even see Frank, but Frank gets all the pens because I was near Frank. You understand? The overflow of love is quite spectacular. And it trickles and ripples and flows through the universe and amplifies, building up speed and momentum, just like, as you might say, a compounding interest account, doubling and quadrupling over itself. So does love. And being that love is the most valuable thing in the entire existence of existence, you're very rich. That, you could be called the richest person in the universe. Humanity sits there and goes, I'm the richest man or woman on earth. Yeah, you're useless, but sure, you're rich and all things worthless. Well done, fuck knuckle. But to proclaim to the stars, or not need to proclaim, that's the most beautiful thing. What it is being to exist in this realm and no one know who you are. What it is being to be the richest person in existence and no one knows. See, when you are so wealthy, so abundant, like nothing of matter matters, I don't know how to explain this to you. It's amazing. It's just amazing, okay? I wish you all to know this divine sensation. Okay, so I've got lots and lots of pens. I haven't taken them. I created them. I'm the source of this creation, okay? Love. So, Fred? You're Fred now. I don't know if you're Fred before. Irrelevant. See? Dudette. Fred says, so fishing, casting. I love you. Me. Let's use my name, Jake. I love you, Jake. And sits and waits for validation. That's why when you don't repeat immediately, they lose their fucking shit. They go spiraling down into a pity of self-hate, or they react and abuse you and try to punish you so that you never ever let them down again. Do not ever let me not have your love. And anyway, they fucking go baiting, gaslighting, whatever you want to say. I love you, Jake. Please tell me you love me. And then I say, I love you too, Steve. I keep changing the name. So I give my love to Steve. But the moment Steve, or Fred, or Frederick, or Fredette, holds it, it dissipates. Okay? It gets used up. Because Frederick, Fredette, has no love. Just like a hungry person you give them food, a thirsty person, you give them water, they're going to consume it because they are without it. But if Fred Ed ever becomes the source of love, the creator, the divinity, has all of the love and has all the love to give, and they love themselves. So the splash is all over me. All the love splash is amazing. What we might mean this is, just think of driving in a car. You have complete fucking retarded, monkey-brained, low-life slaves that will lose their shit and get road rage, or drive like psychopaths, or try to race people, getting angry. They're splashing evil. Then you have us, divine masters. Cruise, people. We enjoy our time, enjoy our life. There is no stress. And we're the people that let you in, where the evil lowlifes cut you off. And we're the ones, if we get cut off, it's like, dumb. Anyway, we're the ones that leave space. But guess what, people? If you ever wanted to know why people, us, leave spaces when we're driving, it's not for you to get in. No. It's so that we don't create traffic jams. Before, if each car was to leave enough space, there'd be no traffic jam. Also, it's for safety reasons, for an ability for us to stop in a safe manner and time, because we value our lives, we value everyone else's lives, and we do everything in our power and ability to avoid and, well, not be a problem, but be a solution. So we do the things that need to be done that create or negate problems. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Idiots. Anyway, Frederick now gives me love, right? Fred creates love. Fred loves himself, herself, itself. Thus, I love myself. And guess what we do? We, of course, love each other. We would never cause harm or evil or take, steal, rape, abuse, silence, or anything unjust to ourselves, because we love ourselves. And to do that, evil and just, would to hate ourselves, self-harm ourselves. Because everything that we do to another, we first do to ourselves. Guess what? Nothing. And the point of this is, when Fred loves themselves, and I love myself, and of course that means I love Fred and Fred loves me. It doesn't matter if I know Fred or ever see Fred or even meet Fred. But if we do, and we go, connect, and our love connects, it multiplies, it compounds, it amplifies, and it creates such a divine moment that never dies. It will live on forever. It will ripple throughout time, through the cosmos and universe. For Fred cannot give to me that which Fred does not have, and I cannot give to Fred that which I don't have. And if all Fred has is evil, unhealthy, negative, whining, complaining, reactive, abusive, violent, okay, then that's all Fred can give. It's all Fred can do. It's all Fred knows how to do. He's incompetent but at anything good, but competent at everything bad. So here's the thing. When someone says, I love you, there's a high probability that they are lying to you, so that they can feed off the bullshit same lie that you are. Because until you love yourself unconditionally, until you are love, You don't love anyone. You can't. You don't have it. You're not qualified. You're not capable. You're not efficient at it. You can be if you want to be, if you choose to be, if you commit to be. But the moment that you're not, even if you have mastered this and have the ability to do this, the second that you're not, you are not anymore. And that's something about my religion, our religion, your religion, this religion. I like using this word because it makes me laugh. Is this: you're not born anything. You're not baptized into anything. You may proclaim yourself as this religion. I don't give a shit. The moment that you're an evil piece of shit, you are not a part of us. Just as anything else. It's the definition of being healthy. You know you should do it. You even know how to do it. You know what not to do so that you can do it. But you don't do it. So, why would we be the definition of insanity? And why would we perpetually propel insane behavior? For thus we are here to change the world positively, permanently. We would not go down the same stupid rabbit hole that all other pasts have. So, to end this definition of insanity, of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, we must do something different. Because it is blatantly clear that you have failed at every other form of enlightenment, information, wisdom, and teachings that has ever befallen upon you in the previous hundreds of thousands of years by all other divine light forms. You get it? So, yeah. Raising the level, raising the bar. That's what we're doing. That's what this religion is. That's why it's different. That's why you can't just enter. That's why you get kicked out. It's because of that very same reason of raising yourself, your standards for yourself, and being able to obtain them. Because in the ether, your vibrational frequency, your matter, your essence, your energy, your positivity, your love, your higher divine divinity is what keeps you alive. Because, see, you cannot exist in other realms just if you don't match that energy. So you'll stay in this primitive state. You'll stay in this realm, let's just use these words, until you reach a higher level, higher vibrating frequency, a higher. We use these bunch of words to help you understand it. Elite, divine, evolved master of consciousness. Okay? Because you can't be conscious and unconscious at the same time, and you can't. And the moment that you're unconscious, that's it. It's all over. The lights are off. It's like flying. You can't glide. You can only fall to the floor. Do you get this? Like, let's use a video game. Okay? If for you to exist, for you to reach this ultimate level, you must level up to even be able entrance into this rank, to be able to play at this high level on these higher maps. You have to rank up and prestige. But just like ranked matches, you lose your rank. And you need to build it up again to have access, to have the vibrational key. See, you have to make the key parkourial by having this certain level and obtaining that level and holding that level gives you access to the other side, the highest level. Like, just say it's a blank page. Okay? It's just a blank map. There's stuff there, but you can't see it. You can't feel it. It's not there for you. You're like a ghost. You can't, and it's like a ghost for you. But once you evolve, you can now see it. You can now interact with it. You can now feel it, and it can interact and feel and see you. We'll improve upon these analogies, but just for this time being on our first Spiritual Sunday session, our first sermon of church, this will do. And in this time, I need you to understand that one thing again. That fear is not real. The reason why you do not love yourself, you believe something limited and primitive. It isn't real. Okay? It's not. Fear is not real. Thus, there is nothing to fear. You're real. You are not this physical, corporeal form. Anything physical doesn't matter. You are not it. And it is not you. It has no value. It has no... We cannot stress this upon you enough for you to understand that you have the God-given right to be good enough, because you are. You are loved, so loved, but you do not need our love to love yourself. You only need for you to love yourself. No one needs to love you. No one needs to give you the permission and approval for you to finally feel like you're good enough so that you are now finally free. Oh, I have the permission and right by those of don't know why my stupid brain think that they hold the key to me being finally happy, or allowing myself to finally give myself permission to finally love myself. But you do. You always do. Always will. There's no way. And look, there's no way that you can never not be that which you are. But the moment that you start self-identifying with anything physical, especially your human form, you're off. You're cut off. You turn off the PlayStation. You're not playing the game. You sent yourself straight to hell. Game's so easy to play. It's not a game to beat anyone. It's not even you versus you. It's for you to finally just look at it for what it is and go, wow. Hi. Hi, me. Nice to meet you. Do not ever say your name. You are not your name, you're not your form, you're not your age, gender, race. You're the love that inhabits this form. You're that divinity, the God particle, the awesomeness. You're so fucking awesome. You are. You're amazing. I know you don't need me to tell you that you're amazing, for you to allow yourself to finally believe something that someone else has told you. Like we said, the smartest people in the world. You don't know anything. You're just listening to others. I don't want you to listen to me. I want you to go off and do it. Be healthy. Be happy. Be in a peace. Because you are the only one keeping you from being You are so powerful. You have the ability to stop the most powerful existence. But you're no power over any other. Any essence or form is just as powerful as you. You're never better than. I need you to understand that you are love. And we're using the word that you created to explain the things that you don't understand. But you do understand what it is, the energy. You do understand the essence, the feeling, the emotion,